What's good, guys? Marjorie Post here, back again. Welcome back to Geek Thought News, as always. And this time around, guys, as always, I bring you a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I give my thoughts on it. So, unfortunately, there's some bad and sincere news in this week's episode, but I won't take up a lot of the time, but let's get to it, shall we? So, unfortunately, for any child of the 80s or those who grew up in who were around in the late 70s, we lost a very iconic actress in the world of the small screen, and that is Marjorie Post. Marjorie Post passed away last Saturday at the age of 70 with her 3-year, 10-month battle with cancer. It's always sad to hear that. I cannot and truly say that, oh, it's easy, but whenever I see an actor or an actress, or hear an actor or an actress that I loved and admired and enjoyed their work, it's really saddening. Now, for most of us children of the 80s, we know Miss Post from playing Christine Sullivan in the hit show Night Court, which was a great show from back in the day. If you've never watched it, and this is mainly for kids of the 90s or nowadays, I do ask your parents or your older siblings to give it a shot. It's a really good show, and I know they're actually reviving it with some of the original cast members. But yeah, she lost her battle with cancer. It's never easy. It sucks. But my condolences to her family. Thank you, Miss Post, for everything you have done for entertaining us in the industry that is known as Hollywood. So let's get that. So I wanted to get that out of the way. Next on the list, I wouldn't say this is sorrowing, but to me it's kind of funny. Look, I'm gonna be clear with you guys, okay? I was never, ever cool about the CW doing a live-action Powerpuff Girls series. And even when they showcased the cast, I was like, who cares? I don't care. But after the first pilot had to go back into rewriting, it comes out today that one of the stars who was going to play Blossom has decided to call it quits. Miss Chloe Bennett has left the series, and all I can say is, oh, I'm sorry for you. Your loss, I guess, because who cared? Who wanted this? Nobody wanted this. I'm sorry, Miss Bennett. I'm sorry to everybody on the show. Nobody wanted a live-action Powerpuff Girls show where the girls are dysfunctional now. They lost touch with each other. They don't like the fact that they were heroes and all. No, who cares? I didn't care. I'm sorry. If you cared, hey, I'm sorry for you, but I didn't. I'm sorry. Let's move on to some comic news. On the comic side of news, James Tynion IV is leaving Batman. His last title will be, I believe, the 119th issue. Why is he leaving? Why? Well, it has come out that it was known, according to many different comic sites, they all say the same thing. He turned down an offer by DC, a lucrative offer, I believe, and he quit. He basically turned it down to focus more on his own creative comic book titles. Ooh. James Tynion IV is a really good writer. I think he's a really good, entertaining writer, and I wish him nothing but the best in his own creative work. We're seeing more and more of these writers comic writers now who got really big through the likes of the big two, and now starting to work into their own creations, and it's not a bad thing. It doesn't hurt the writer, nor should it, because at the end of the day, no writer is going to stay on a title forever. Those days are gone. Those days are gone. But hey, who could take the slack of writing Batman? Well, I don't know. We'll have to see. But I do have somebody in mind, since he's killing it already with a Bat character. Hey, DC, why don't you give this man, Tom Taylor, hey, but I think he's a little too busy. I think he's got too much on his plate. Just saying. But let's keep it going with comic news. So this is the biggest comic news now because of the buzz it's been getting, but the fact is it still retains to the Bat family. And in the Bat family, guys, we have now, it has come out now that the one, the only, my favorite person to don the mantle of Robin is, of course we know, Tim Drake has come out and has embraced his bisexuality. Recently in the comic book Batman Urban Legends, I believe number 6, I don't read it, but it came out, Tim Drake, bisexual. Does that bother me? Not really, it doesn't. Why? Because it doesn't stop me from loving the character. It doesn't stop. It's the same kind of attitude I have with Iceman. Now, with Iceman, I can understand people's concern about that because that came out of nowhere. And even over the 50 plus years that character has been around, there was no signs of that. None. With Tim Drake, here's the thing. There are people that enjoyed it, embraced it, and there's a lot of people that I've seen online that hate it. And if you really go deeper into this character who's been around for nearly 30 years, and you look and look and look through all the things he's appeared in, from his appearance to him being a part of Young Justice, to his Teen Titans run, to everything in between, even his own solo run. Let's be honest, Tim Drake is the best Robin. He has always been the best Robin. He made Robin cool. He made the mantle cool. He's not the first, yes. Nightwing, Dick Grayson was the first Robin. But he personified his own Nightwing. He's personified that. Same thing with Jason Todd. I'm not the biggest Jason Todd fan, but the fact is, he's better as Red Hood than Robin. He always has been. And Damian Wayne, I don't give two you know what's about. I hate that character. And when I started to like the character, DC goes ahead and revolve him back to being that little big-headed prick. Stephanie Brown wasn't around too long for me to really stamp my approval on her as Robin. And I really don't count Carly Kelly. I'm forgetting her name right now. I don't. But Tim made it cool. And him being bisexual shouldn't hurt. But once again, going back to what I said, I believe and I feel that if you go deeper, dig deeper into his character, to me, I saw signs that, is he or is he not? Is he? Like, could he be? It wouldn't change my feelings for him, because to me, as close as he was with people like Stephanie, he's dated women, nobody can deny that, but to me, his friendship and his kind of brotherly-like friendship with Connor Kent, there were times I'm like, is his friendship more loving than what you would expect? I'm just saying, there were times. So I don't mind, and nor should anybody else. If you feel that this hurts you, this messes up your life, you got issues. Does this inspire other readers who are bisexual? I've got a friend that says she got no problem with it because she is bisexual. Yeah, it may. But to me, the Tim Drake being bisexual has a lot more seeds of maybe than Iceman ever did. Because that one came out of left field. That one came out of nowhere. Especially the fact that it's his past self that knows it, but his present self doesn't. What kind of is that? Never mind. But for me, as a fan and as a lover of Tim Drake, do your thing, my boy. I got no problem with it. You are still the best Robin. Thank you very much. Moving on, guys, to some more news. And this should be very interesting because of the fact that, yes, we have been graciously announced that we know the voice actor for Knuckles in Sonic 2. And this really just comes out of left field for me, but I am a fan of the actor. Mr. Idris Elba is going to voice Knuckles. Last time I checked, I was sure that they were eyeing Jason Momoa to play Knuckles, the bad boy himself of the Sonic universe. But I guess, hey, it's all about Idris Elba, who's been putting in that work as of late. So, hey, I'm okay with it. I really am. I'm really okay with that. I really am. I can't really say anything bad about it. And we end this, guys, on some latest news that is coming out of the world of cinema and Hollywood. They have announced who is going to play Gomez and Morticia Addams in the Wednesday Netflix series, I believe. So Gomez is going to be played by veteran actor Luis Guzma, and I look at that and I'm like, I've seen a lot of people already is like, I don't know about that, like, but hey, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with Luis Guzma? Luis Guzma has been in the limelight for a long time. He is putting that work too, and he can be funny, he can be serious, but he is going to be Gomez Addams. But guess who is going to play Morticia? This caught me, and I'm like, the lovely, the talented Catherine Zeta-Jones is going to be Morticia Addams. Y'all know how I am with Catherine Zeta-Jones. I've always said that is a beautiful woman. I've always said that. Michael Douglas is one lucky mother, you know what. And I'll give you a clue of when this happened. Y'all remember back in the 90s, 1994 to be exact, when that was the first time I actually saw Catherine Zeta-Jones. And I even love her name too. That just is so cool. But I remember seeing her for the first time, and when did I first see her? Was in the Phantom movie. Remember the Phantom? You know, Lee Falk's character, the ghost who walks. Well, back in the day, 1994, two of my favorite pulp era heroes got movies: The Shadow and The Phantom. Billy Zane played Kit Walker, the Phantom, but in that movie, we got to see Catherine Zeta-Jones in that, and she rolled with a group of pilots that kind of came, air pirates. They came off as air, and the moment she removed her flight mask, and I am just like, who is that? I was like, forget Christy Swanson. Who's that? Who is that? That beautiful brunette. That's how I felt. And ever since then, I have been that way with Catherine Zeta-Jones. So, her playing Morticia album, she joins the lineup of, in terms of live action, I believe it's live action, yeah. She's going to be up there with Angelica Houston, and now she joins that. Yes, that is cool. So, I'm cool with both Morticia and Gomez. And this series is going to be focused on Wednesday, so that should be fun too. But a part of me, I will say this, a part of me has always wanted Christina Ricci to take the role of Morticia. It'd be like almost like a coming of age. Like, she was Wednesday, now she's taking over Morticia. And don't deny that none of you guys have ever thought about it either, because I know there's probably a lot of you that runs with the pack and that aren't a part of the pack feel that way. Just saying. Well, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed some of the news for today. You tell me in the comment section down below, what did you think of this news? Please leave your comments in the section down below. I want to hear. I love your input. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, check out my store with the merch. I'm working on some new merch, as always. And don't forget to shake my pack claw, that like button. Keep it going up, as always. And with that being said, my pack,